It is time for an agree disagree segment. So I'm going to theme it this time around Metroid because we got
Ooh.
Metroid Prime 4 coming out. So these are all Metroid related agree disagree statements. Let's see what we agree and disagree with. Now, before I say any of these aren't necessarily things I agree with. They were just a bunch of takes I could think of. So, here we go. So agree, disagree. Ridley is overused and the series needs a new major villain.
I'll say partially agree. Not overused, but they need a new major villain. I think it would
Mm.
be hard to be overused in a franchise of this
Yeah.
size. That's what I would
Sean?
say.
Yeah, I'll agree with Harrison for the same reason because I know it's more of a we only have so many games. Yeah, put
Well,
Ripley
also
in there.
Nintendo gets into this too. Like Bowser is overused, Ganon's overused. Like the Zelda series has branched out from Ganon a few times with like Vaati and things like that, but they always come back to Ganon. So yeah, we need this new guy. I can't his name I'm blanking on. It starts
Silas
with an S.
needs to.
Silas.
Yeah.
Silas needs to step up.
And to
Okay.
There you go.
anyone and to any criticisms towards that, I would just say there's a reason why. Like there's a reason why there's
Yeah.
so many Mario games, or like there's a reason why Bowser's in so many Mario games. Um,
Mhm.
that's what I would say. Any rebuttal towards that criticism, but I would take new villains. Does Ridley have different forms like Ganon? Because like I think
I
that's
don't
how
know.
Ganon kind of stays fresh in Zelda, is that
Yeah.
Ganon has different forms.
Twilight
Pretty
Princess
sure.
had the fake out too, where you thought it was going to be Zant like the whole time, and then it
Yeah.
obviously, Ganon eventually, not the whole time, but like about halfway into the game, you find out Ganon's around.
This guy again.
Um, yeah.
I
Okay,
don't know if
agreed.
Ridley's got other forms.
No, I don't think I've never. He's always a big dragon thing every time I've battled him.
Yeah. Huh.
All right, agree, disagree. A Metroid RPG would be a nice change of pace.
Oh, agree. That would be awesome.
Mhm.
Are we talking? Are we talking turn based?
Sure. I
Yes.
took these off a message board. So so yeah, yeah, that would be really cool. They actually there's a YouTube video. Man, I wish I had the facts on this one. Um, there was a turn-based, like a tactics Metroid game in development at one point that kind of fell through, but there's a developer interview somewhere on YouTube about it, which is pretty cool.
That sounds awesome. Yes, please
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, in any form, I would say agree. Sure, sure. But I would take an RPG of like almost anything. So I don't know if that disqualifies me. I would take an RPG of like Mario baseball, or whatever. Just throw a name out there. I'd probably take it. So
Just looking up that real quick, so I don't give people like no information. Metroid Tactics was the name of a spin-off of the Metroid Prime series pitched by Paul Tozar at Retro Studios. Its existence was first revealed in a 2022 video from Did You Know Gaming. So it's probably a Did You Know Gaming video. So go check them out. They've got more information on Metroid Tactics. Anyway, agree, disagree. The series should embrace full voice dialogue going forward.
It's kind of doing that, isn't it? With Prime 4.
Sounds like it. I mean, from what we've seen with that Jar Jar Binks character,
but we
that's
want we
what
want
I've seen
more
people
of it
calling
though.
him.
We want we
Yeah.
want more we want more voice acting. Yes, yes. That should be true.
I agree.
That that should be true for like um any Nintendo video game. And if you're in the camp of I don't care about voice acting, then I would just say, has voice acting ever made a game worse? Um,
I would
probably.
say I don't know if I wanna hear Metroid, man, I did the mistake. I don't
Yeah.
know if I wanna hear Samus talking, more, like, not that she needs to be silent like Link, but what I would like to hear is more of a, like, Jarvis in her head of,
Oh, okay, yeah.
something like, you could totally do Navi style hinting without it being annoying, and it would be totally organic if it was her suit talking to her.
I
Yeah, I
wonder
could see that, that would work.
I wonder if voice acting would amplify the protagonist character even more. Because like you could play through Metroid and like not think too much about Samus, right? Like you can play
Mhm.
through a lot of these games. But I wonder if you would get more of the story if we had a game with voice acting. I think we would.
It would be nice. So agree, disagree. Prime 2 and 3 will not be remastered.
I disagree, I don't see why you wouldn't do that at this point.
Mhm, mhm.
Every single remaster they
I'm
do sell crazy.
I'm going to agree with this one because I think what they will do at this point is just release them the way they did the first 2 Pikmin games, where they're kinda just ports that are now available on the Switch, because they did not enhance Pikmin 1 and 2. So, those are just, like, the Wii version, I think.
S-
Okay.
Oh, oh, that's different then. Um, okay, then I guess I agree with what you just said there, then Kevin, because they're gonna be available on the Switch, but
Yeah,
I didn't know like a port and a remaster. Okay, like we're separating those. Yeah, I think it'll be just like
yeah,
a port, because yeah, they're gonna be available. Like they're gonna want to make
I
money
hope so.
off of them. And yeah, I'd love to predict what comes after Metroid Prime for some other time too, like if we get another
Yeah,
Dread game
I've
or
got that on the docket, yeah.
anyways. Anyways,
S so agree, disagree. Metroid games should have a new game plus. I mean, I always think of this when you get a series where you upgrade your character throughout the game. It would be kinda cool to see what kinda shortcuts you could take if you started the game with all the abilities.
I don't think it occurred to me that they don't do that, so I agree, that should be a thing.
You would just have to find a way to keep you from going directly to the end boss. I guess not having well, New Game Plus, you might have as much health too. Yeah, it's really hard with the Metroid series when all the upgrades are kind of what progresses the story. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. Harrison?
uh, I'll take it. I agree. Like
I guess New Game Plus could mean
absolutely.
anything. You could have her start with all her health upgrades and ammo upgrades, but not the actual abilities.
I'll
Okay.
Yeah.
always be on the side of options and accessibility. Especially if you've already played through the game already, like I'm a huge fan of letting players just decide however you want to play on a single player game, whatever.
All right, this next one I actually put some frame of references in for anyone listening who might not know. But so agree, disagree. Metroid will probably never sell as well as the other big Nintendo IPs. And for reference, Prime Remaster never hit 2 million in copies sold, the remaster, even with the $40 price tag. It didn't outsell the original version of Prime. Um, the best-selling Metroid games only usually sell around 3 million, which is not, it's still a successful game, but it's not Legend of Zelda selling 6 or 7 million with their underperformers, or Mario is the same thing. A bad Mario game is still 7 million. And then even Animal Crossing Wild World on the DS sold 10 million. So these are other Nintendo franchises to kind of look at. What do you think?
I
Because they
agree
seem
because I
stuck at that
the
between 1.5 and 3 million mark, like it's a built-in audience or something.
I feel like Metroid's a little more niche for whatever reason. no
Mhm.
matter what generation you're talking about. So yeah, I would agree.
I think it depends on what we're. It depends on the extent. I think because I think the install base for Nintendo could get big enough where you could see a Metroid game where 5% of the install base buys a Metroid game, and then you do end up selling 5, 6 million copies. But will you ever get a Breath of the Wild? I don't think so. And I think there's a lot of reasons why. And they're all the reasons why Zelda didn't have a Breath of the Wild moment until that game came out, where literally over half the people who play Zelda started sometime in that Switch generation at
Mhm.
this point. So,
And a big thing with Breath of the Wild that I feel like doesn't get talked about enough is it basically was a soft reboot. Like the the timeline never really mattered with Zelda, like we said at the beginning of this podcast. It doesn't on a lot of Nintendo franchises, but I think that was still subliminally something keeping some people out is when they found out like, oh, this one's basically a complete start over. Um, it I think helped.
there are so many
So do you
reasons.
guys
Yeah, go ahead.
think Prime 4 has the possibility to be a 5 million seller?
I hope so.
Um, yes, but I don't know if it's going to happen. It could happen the first year, I guess. Because it's going to be released on Switch as well. So
Mhm.
I just don't know how much it's
Yeah, the Switch
impacted.
sales are if it was Switch 2 exclusive, I'd say definitely not,
Yeah,
but with it having that install base of the first Switch and a lot of online buzz, it could get there.
yeah. I don't know
Okay.
how much is going to be
But there was a lot of
impacted.
buzz over Prime Remaster, which everyone, when that came out, was like, "This is the best Metroid game ever," and they finally did it, and like I said, that still hasn't hit 2 million yet, so
Yeah.
you never know.
I think Nintendo might be worried about this one. Like just
Mhm,
because I feel like this is pretty unpredictable the kind of response it's going to be because I think having the Switch 2 out could hurt the install base for Switch 1 because I know in my situation I'm probably just not only am I too busy, but I'm probably just waiting until I can play it on the better console, or I'm gonna wait and see if it actually is if it is playable on Switch because I could always upgrade for the same price later on. That's at least a nice option. The same price for an upgrade, 60 plus 10 or 70. I think it has the potential. I but man, it could seriously flop as well because like this game could come out and be like, "Oh, we waited 8 years for this," and oh yeah, like it started over 2 times. And did you hear that Nintendo, sorry, I'm cutting in now. They they acquired Bandai Namco Singapore, who
Oh yeah,
apparently
yeah.
might have been the first developer, the original developer of this game. They're like
mm.
85%
Get your red string out.
ownership of it. So,
I'm gonna
I
throw out a hot take before we move on to the next one is, my hot take is I think the fact that at $40, Prime Remaster underperformed like it did is a reason we haven't seen more Nintendo $40 games, but anyway, uh, let's move on. Agree, disagree. The Metroid series should have more, customizable armors, kinda like Breath of the Wild. Get some more armor options. Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Because what was it, Dread? You only get that different armor really at the end.
Mhm. Yeah, a
So
few of
yeah,
them do that. I think,
I,
yeah, Super Metroid, you get, like a subtle upgrade as well.
but yeah, I think more customization is always a good thing. So
have a
And we know
crazy
Harrison
idea,
agrees. Yep. What's
and
that?
I didn't think of it until you brought up this statement. But what if Samus had armor where she could jump?
You can jump. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Agree, disagree. We will get a Metroid movie in the next 3 years.
Disagree.
Disagree. Yeah, disagree.
Okay, agree,
Disagree because
disagree.
it's gonna be Galaxy, and then it's gonna be Zelda, and that's 2 years already,
Then
right?
Donkey Kong.
And then it could be Donkey Kong, or it could be Mario again, or it could be Smash. I'm going with
Yeah.
Smash. I think I think we're gonna Smash movie at some point. So
We said this a few weeks ago. I agree that we are getting a Smash movie, but I think we need at least one non-Mario related IP to get a movie first, whatever it is. Like Star Fox, F-Zero, probably won't get one. Could be
Yoshi,
Samus. We'll see.
yeah,
What'd you say?
Yoshi,
Oh
or
no, I'm saying like because Yoshi's a Mario character. I'm saying something that is completely
not Mario
separate.
character. Got it.
Yeah, something that's completely separate from the Mario Brothers movie. So Donkey Kong doesn't count either. Okay. Anyway,
Got it. Fire Emblem movie, something like that.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Next, agree, disagree. Agree, disagree. Samus is a mandatory Smash Brothers character. Like to be in the roster, not that you have to play as her.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
I would agree
Yeah.
because she's got Dark Samus, Zero Suit Samus, regular Sam. Yeah, you can't have a Smash without her.
Okay. Harrison, did you say something?
Yeah. I totally agree with that. Sure. No other
Okay.
thoughts.
Agree, disagree. The Morph Ball could skip an entry and we would be just fine. Morph Ball's been in every Metroid game that has Samus.
I guess so. I guess so. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sean?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the fact that every single planet she crashes on happens to need that ability, a little weird. So,
Okay, and the final one, agree, disagree. Samus is a better sci-fi action hero than Master Chief. Little biased on this podcast.
mm.
I don't know much about Master Chief.
Uh,
I have an
I
Xbox.
mean, probably not, but sure, I'll agree for just for funsies. But no, probably not.
I'll I'll disagree because she's a she's a space bounty hunter, but I mean I guess she's saved the universe, but not on the level that Master Chief has saved the universe.
But is she a bounty hunter? Have you ever heard that story that the creator just thought bounty hunter sounded cool and that's why she's not actually a bounty hunter?
Yeah, that's true. I guess she kind of because yeah, you never go after bounties in any of these
No,
games.
she's a Federation soldier. But he heard the term bounty hunter, I think, from Boba Fett, and was just like, "That sounds cool. I'm using that."
Yeah, I disagree. I think I would go Master Chief on this instance. So